Hawk, what's good? Rex, how's it going? Doing some leather work, and then for a little bit, and then I'll finish up with some shooting. There it is. Couldn't find a pencil. Thanks, Hawk. Yeah. No, it was pretty much a normal day. I did go out with my wife on my lunch break, which was nice. Thanks, Rex. So yeah, my wife, she works from home, and I work right in town, about 15 minutes away. So we went out for lunch. As far as dinner, no, nothing special. Got a little birthday cake. What I'm most excited about is the Moan Waller slingshot that I got. Well, I haven't gotten it yet, but that he made me. My wife actually bought that for my birthday, and it wasn't supposed to be crazy special, but they surprised me with that full-on custom, which the first time I went to Shooting Annie, I talked to Moan about my first custom that I would want, but wasn't ready for yet, and he went ahead and made me the one piece, the Monkey D. Luffy slingshot. Yeah, the one piece frame. Yep. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Yeah, that one piece frame I'm pretty stoked about. I'm going to the Shooting Annie this Saturday. I'm actually I have a few catch box or barrels I'm gonna drop off with them, and then what else was? Oh, I was gonna take him an auger. He needs an auger over there. He's doing some digging, and I told him he can use my auger. Awesome. Well, I just wet this down. It's a little too wet for me to start tooling on, so I'll go ahead and start knocking down. I probably just finished tooling the Rick spinner, and then I'll tool the Morty spinner, and then I might call it quits and then do some shooting. So one thing about leather, if you're wetting it, you want to wet the whole thing. If not, you can discolor it and it'll look weird. It'll take the dye differently. So when I wet it, even though I'm tooling one side, I'll wet both sides of it. What's good? How's it going? So I'm planning on trying to get all of my tooling done in the next couple of days. And then once the tooling's done, then I can start painting them and dyeing them. So I'm hoping, slowly working on them, but I'm trying to get a handful done before East Coast. I'm constantly battling myself on if I should do leather work or if I should practice, but at this point, I'm not really worried about how I do at the tournament. I'm just going to compete and see what happens from it. Really, I'm just excited to go down there and meet everybody. Jet game. What's a jet game? CG, what's good? Man, I've done hone in this knife so much. I don't know if you can see the edge on that swivel knife, but it's freaking a mirror finish. Always keep it sharp. Okay. Making some leather targets. I'm gonna finish doing the Rick can target, and then I'm starting to tool the Morty head spinner. I'm gonna do a little bit of tapping, so let me know if it gets too annoying. We're actually camping this year. Oh. Yeah, camping is a lot of fun. I was going to camp, but I then found out that there was some room available with Adam and Hawk, Yeah, and we do need prayers because I know Paul's going to be with us. I think I'm more nervous about Paul than I am the whole tournament. Leon's going to be there. Yeah, Nut House. Padded walls. I think I'm gonna stay as long as I can at the tournament, and then only go over there knowing when Paul falls asleep. If it gets too bad, I might sleep in the truck though. Rex, you driving or are you? I'm not sure where you're from. Driving. How long of a drive you got? Leon's on? Oh, I didn't see him. Hey, Leon. How's it going? Don't eat his popcorn. His popcorn's a little soggy. Too much butter on it. Too much butter he put on there. Nah, he seems like a really cool guy. I know we're gonna enjoy it. The old nut butter. Nut butter and the popcorn. uh, 3.5 hours. Yeah, I'm did you say where you're from? I'm not sure where you're from, Rex. I actually I'm from Virginia. It's about 4 hours for me. Squatch. Oh, the test. I can actually do the test right now. Let me pull some stuff out real quick. But I don't know if y'all have a setup. This is what I store my slingshot stuff in. Stackable toolbox. So I've been making these little tools. That's my band tying tools. And then I got these little tackles. With my pouches on there. I was telling Squatch he's looking for a stamp for his kangaroo pouches. If I can get one out. So I'll do a pink one for you, Squatch, see how that comes out. This is where I got the beauty. So I actually had Squatch make me a custom lanyard to match. Looks freaking awesome for the custom Aries. He also made a mini black and gray one too, which you can see there. I haven't used it yet. Andy's in here. Oh, how's it going, Andy? Yep. Yeah, Paul, I'm enjoying it, even though I had to work. Yeah, yeah, I'm enjoying the lanyards from Swatch. I got an extra teal one in there for my Medusa. And I'll show you how I store my latex. I got these in here, so you can see all my latex. I got a good amount of them. GZK. No, that's Omega Green. What do I got in here? No, that's GZK. The Cyan or Cyan. Simple Shot 0.7. Simple Shot 5. Simple Shot 4. Omega 4. Omega 0.5. Omega 0.5. Omega 0.5 green. Omega 5.5. I got a handful of Falcon latex. And then some pre-made stuff with Simple Shot. I'm pretty stocked up on latex. And then did the same thing for my tubes. So mostly GZK, and then I have what size is that? 1745 Simple Shot. Most of these are 1632s. I have like one. Oh, that one's an 1842, and then I have 1636s. And then I make my own little targets. So this is my little tackle box for targets. So let me put y'all back in here. So this is a little skull and crossbones stamp. Leon, if you're still in here, I'll go ahead and do the test right now. I don't know what side you want stamped, but I'll stamp one. A lot of times probably the stamp the fresh one. I do one without it being wet and the other one with it being wet. Yeah, it's not even holding the water, to be honest with you. Are you planning stamping the rough side or the smooth side? The rough side is ball side. Okay, so you want to see if the smooth side. I actually shoot it opposite. I shoot it with the rough side out. That's how I've always shot. Okay, I'll stamp the smooth side. And it doesn't really, because of the finish that's on there, that coating that's on there. This is why I was saying burning it is probably your best bet, because it doesn't really take water too well. It's like chrome tan leather. Chrome tan leather is the same way. You can even tell like it's barely getting, it's not even getting to the back end. I'll go ahead and stamp it though. Use the big hammer. So it goes in there a little bit. You can see that there. I have a feeling that once it gets used, it's going to wear out. But I'll do the other stamp here. I'll actually put it in my vise and I'll do this side. Let me see if I can get my vise. I actually modified a Harbor Freight vise to allow me to do rivets and stuff. That's my closet. That's where I keep all my hobby stuff in. That's all my leather stuff up there. This is a little Harbor Freight press that I modified. I gotta find the tool because my son will take off with it. Come on. I'll just use these vice grips then. That's one thing with kids. I know they take off with all your shit. I made a custom. I can't even get it off because I made a custom tool for it. And I don't know where he put it at. He was helping me clean up in here, and he thinks he helps, but he actually doesn't. I have magnets set up on the side for me to store it, just like my chuck. Let's see if I can fit it in the jaws. All right, I can fit in the jaws. Yeah, a little too thin for pressing it. You can see it ripped right through it. Let me see if I just put a little bit less pressure. There you go. That one right there. It might hold in there for a good bit. But this stamp that I'm using, it's actually meant for, it's a metal stamp and not a leather stamp. That's why if I put too much pressure on it, it'll cut right through it like what it did. See that? All right, Rex. Thanks for coming. Yeah, Arbor Press. I can play around with it a little bit more if you want and try to make it work. I'm gonna finish out Rick real fast. It done dried up on me. Oh, Rick is dry. I gotta get him wet. Now I gotta let him dry. So I'll work on the Morty. No problem, Squatch. No, you're all good. We're just chilling. Where do I get my leather at? It depends. Most of my stuff is from Tandy Leather or Weaver Leather. Weaver Leather I usually order offline. And Tandy Leather. Are you talking to? I'm not sure if you're talking to me or if you're talking to Squatch. I don't know where to get kangaroo leather at, but if you're talking about my leather, it's Tandy Leather. There's a place in Richmond that I can go to, or I can order a line from Tandy. And then Weaver Leather is one of them as well. Yeah, this knife is sharp. I love a sharp swivel knife, man. It just cuts like butter. Like nut butter, Paul's popcorn butter. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get most of these can targets and spinners tooled up this week, and then next week I'll probably work on the some leather ammo pouches. So Leon and Hawk, if you don't mind, I'll probably bring y'all's to East Coast. That way you don't have to pay for shipping either. unless you can't wait. And I'll ship it out if you want to. But knowing the post office, it'd probably be faster just to hold off. What type of leather are you looking for? You want to get into the hobby? The fun hobby to get into. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it to get kangaroo leather, but they do sell like exotic leather. You can get all kinds of different stuff, ostrich. But if you're planning on doing type like tooling, like what I do, putting a design on there, then veggie tan is your go-to. Veggie tan takes the tooling very well. A lot of leathers won't. Um, but if you're looking at just making like pre-dye products, where you just buy pre-dyed leather, cut it, the template out, and stitch it together, there's a bunch of it out there. You want to try leather targets, leather spinners? Yeah. I think. I mean, veg tan. I feel like will hold up the best. The grains are pretty tight together, and you can get them in different thicknesses. I mean, I have some 8 to 9 ounce leather, which is fairly thick. 3.25 millimeters. And then what I usually do spinners with, just because it's a lot easier to work with and it's fairly strong, is around 6 to 7 ounce leather, which is 2.6 millimeters. Yeah, I was actually thinking of the same, Leon, getting a press. Um, that will make it go a lot faster. But I'm kind of enjoying, the oddly shaped spinners. I'm gonna make a few of these. I think these will be pretty cool. That's the Pickle Rick spinner. So they'll end up looking like a penis. Paul will go crazy for that one. So are you talking about you talking about a filler like a welt? I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a welt. I can do a welt and it'll make it a little bit thicker. Um, I could probably do a welt. Welts aren't that hard. I might do a few with welts, a few without welts. tell you what, if you have messed up hands or carpal tunnel, sometimes leather work is a pain in the butt. That's why I usually do it on and off lately. Because if I keep my hand like this for a long period of time, it starts cramping up my hands. My carpal tunnel start kicking in. There's times I'll use this little thing here just to help hold it, so it's a little bit easier on my hands. Although I've done it for years without it, it's still getting used to it, but it has helped. Yeah, I call it a welt. Usually, it's a term that a lot of people would use in like knife making or even making gun holsters. Just like these leather pouches. I end up putting a welt in there to make it a little bit wider. You can kind of see the layers of leather. You can see this outside layer, and then there's a welt on the inside, and then there's a layer on the outside, and it's glued and stitched together. I have the template of one. So that's literally the template of my welt for this. And I'll cut it out leather, glued, and stitch it in there. It just widens up this piece here. If you're looking to make simple leather targets, you get your auger press, get a one spinner template, like different sizes. You can cut out, literally you can get different die cuts that has the circles and the strap in it. And then you can, if it's tan, like leather tan, veggie tan stuff, you can wet it down, get you like if you want to put like a little circle on the inside of it that's just pressed into the leather, get you like a little stamp, put it in the arbor press, stamp it down, glue it, stitch it. The amount of time you put into it though, it'll probably be cheaper just to buy like a normal spinner. Eventually I do want to get a laser cutter and have it cut out most of my work, and I just tool the design on top of it. Oh, thanks, CG. No, I haven't seen the Timber 26 ones. I can't even get this thing out of here now. I forgot his mouth. So I finished all of the beveling. I'm gonna go through You'll see the difference here in a little bit. Right where his hair is, it's just a simple bevel. I'm gonna go through it and put a little bit thicker bevel on it so it looks like his head stands out a little bit. I'm probably going in too much detail with these, but I like putting a lot of detail in my work. And then I'm gonna go with a different bevel for his shirt, just to give a different type of texture. If I can find it. This bevel has its lines in it. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if you can tell. Come on. There's little lines in there. I usually use this for like hair. I'm going to use it for his jacket. Hey Hicks, how's it going? Doing a little bit of leather work, and then I'll finish it off with some shooting. Trying to get some of these leather targets finished up. So there he is. I'm going to end up doing the background here and then call him finished before I start coloring him. LP, how's it going? Hicks, man, that Tic Tac was pretty sick. I need to put one together for myself. Might take me a few tries though. Dude, I saw D's smacked a freaking grain of rice on the first try. That shit was sick. If I went with, could you do red around with blue in the middle? I could. I would have to do the lighter color first. I would have to do the red on the outside, right? You want red on the outside? Red around, blue in the middle. Yeah, I have to do red on the outside, and then I would have to airbrush it just for it to look right. It will blend together, so it might be slightly like purple where the red and the blue overlaps. Um, I would have to airbrush that. Uh, I was trying out a new technique that I've been practicing with this one, and so it has like the lines in it, and that is literally a toothbrush. I dip it in the black, I brush it across to get those little line textures. Might be too much on the light. Yeah, the little line textures for these. And then depending on how I feel and what I want to do, I would then airbrush the corners black. I got my little airbrush kit in the closet. The only other way, that's if I use like alcohol and leather dye, I could paint it on using a leather paint. That's like an acrylic paint. I could do the blue as an alcohol dye, and then I could paint the edge red, but it will be, you can tell the difference. It'll be like a defined line between the two. Yeah, the rose color. So this is what it looked like. I mean, literally after I dyed it, I left it on my desk. It does have like a pinkish. I mean, I don't know if you have a Squatch pouch, but you can kind of see the difference there. It's like a pinkish purple, but it's more pink. You can tell it's pink. It's really cool. I've never done anything actually with the rose, so I think Squatch wants the rose one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna make him one. Probably do the black fade too, unless he wants to do like a purple fade. Purple fade would be kind of cool on the rose. That would blend pretty well. I hand stitch all of my stuff. I got different leather threads. I could do pink with purple fade on the edge, and they do like either purple thread to like blend in, or I could go something crazy and I can do neon green thread if I wanted to, or if he wants to. I guess no one's out on a Tuesday, huh? I actually like going live, not even to get like reviews or likes, but I think it's really cool just to have a platform to further, talk with the group. I feel like a lot of people like to have a live so everyone is chatting at the same time. Yeah. So my leather's getting too dry. That's one thing about this. You gotta maintain the moisture or your impression's not gonna stick or look as good. So I gotta get old Ricky wet. Let that dry a little bit. I find where if I wet them until the surface is dry, that's the best spot to tool, or the best time, I would say. Yeah, Morty's just perfect. Once I'm done with Rick, I'll probably call it quits and then go shoot some on live. Chat is quiet, yes it is. So you can kind of see Rick drying out a little bit. I don't know if you can make it out, but it's getting fairly dry up here, still wet down here. So wait a little bit longer to tool them up. This one's moving on me. They move too much. I usually use two little weights. I'm actually pretty stoked on the Rick and Morty leather targets. I think they'll be fun to shoot. I'm gonna make myself one. Did I freeze up or just chat's not doing that much? Check, check. Thank you, man. Dude, I saw your Tic Tac shot too, Weston. That shit was sick. Got up a fucking bunch of snipers. Now I finished up Morty. I'm gonna do some background tooling to his mouth. Rick is still drying up. My hands are starting to cramp up too. So you can kind of see his mouth now has the background, so it looks like it's a big old hole. Damn, I'm cramping up. Ooh. Finish holding that motherfucker. Wes, how's it going? Making some leather targets. Making some leather targets. Gonna make a few. I'm probably gonna call it on making targets. I'm gonna shoot here in a little bit. really like this background. One of my favorite textures. It's a veiny texture. See old Morty. We're gonna give his hair a little bit of texture while Rick is still drying. Might have put a little bit too much water on Rick. Done doing that, and I'm gonna, that's the whole point. Make sure it stands out, pops. Do a little bit of bevel texture around his eyes so those will pop out. I think it's funny. I feel like go all this work and making these look cool, and then like the first smack on these, it's gonna like flatten his nose. I think that's gonna be part of the fun too, though. Is like once you smack it a few times, his face will look all deformed. Look like the dude from the Goonies. What's his name? You know, hey you guys. Miss Hicks, how's it going? Thanks. Turn into big shit. How old am I? 37? 37 now. There he is. I think he's all finished. Rest of it's going to be a little bit of carving with a knife, but I don't know if you can tell. It's hard to get with the front camera. He has like little lines for his hair, just give it a little bit of texture. His eyes, it did a little bit of extra texture. Did the vein background, so it does pop out a little bit. Background in the mouth. I even beveled his tongue a little bit, so it looks like it's coming from the back of his mouth out. Yeah, I saw him. He was walking on the water. Yeah, it's my birthday today. May 13th. I was born on Friday the 13th. So I'm extremely lucky. Although, out of all my dad's son, I've been in the hospital a few times. He thinks I'm not that too lucky. I'm probably lucky because I'm still alive. guess you could say that. When I was younger, I was dragged by a car. I've been had a bad accident where I've got knocked unconscious. I used to race BMX bikes when I was younger. Dislocated shoulder multiple times in wrestling. I tore my ACL, my meniscus in wrestling. Wrecked my motorcycle. But I'm still kicking. Almost shit, it's probably been about like 8 years now. I went hiking at one of the waterfalls around here, and I literally almost fell off the waterfall. I slipped on some wet leaves, and then started rolling down the river, down the waterfall, and the only thing that saved me was there was like a little shrubbery that was sticking out of a few rocks, and I grabbed on and held on for dear life and pulled myself up. Yeah, that'll do it to you. Do it to you. That would do it to you. Injuries like crazy. Luckily, when I wrecked my motorcycle, I bailed at the right moment, and my motorcycle ended up hitting a guardrail. My foot ended up hitting a guardrail, and it split my boot wide open, and I messed up my foot pretty bad. But I walked out with no injuries, well, no broken bones. My biggest thing, and my hands are the worst, to be honest with you. My hands and my shoulder. But Rick is done for now. That light's too damn bright for him. But yeah. I'll end up cutting his drool out, doing that a little bit. So yeah. Those two are done tooling for now. I'm probably going to do like 3 more pairs of these. One of them will be set up. Both of these will be set up at the East Coast. I'm going to end up coloring them so they look pretty cool too, even though they're going to get destroyed. Swivel knife. Let me put some of my tools away real fast. And then I'll set up pull the catch box out and shoot a little bit. I'm going to leave that out because I'm going to be tooling the rest of this stuff tomorrow. I do need to band up my Axiom. I can do that real fast. Well, Andy, I was planning on shooting the Axiom X. I've been practicing the most with it. I have a Stylus Pro, or the LT2 will be like my second, and then I'm using the Medusa for a speed shoot. That being said, this Saturday I'm going to the shooting Andy to go shoot with the RVA catapult group and pick up my lion's paw. So I really would love to shoot the lion paw at the tournament, but we will see. Depends on how much practice I get with it and how I feel with it. I've been shooting the Omega White 0.5 and point, what was that, 4.5. Oh shit! I used the wrong pouches for these. Damn it! Oh, sweet! I got another one. So I'm shooting 0.5. I'm gonna be shooting 0.45 for like knockdowns, and then in the woods I'll be shooting 0.5, 20 to 12. All right, Chad. Yeah, the X is nice. I have it set up. I think it's a little bit under 90 millimeters. I've been playing around with it, different fork widths, but I've been kind of sticking to this right now. Yeah, it's 88. So I have the fiber optic right at 90. Yep, right at 90. Yeah, I still need to order that. I'm keep on forgetting to order that lanyard, that paracord. I mean, I think it'll match fantastically. And I usually cut these with, so if I do a wrap and tuck, so these are a little too long, so I end up cutting it down a little bit. And I don't know what I do with the scissors. As my son will come in here all the time and move shit. Because they were in this drawer. No, they're not. That's all right. Got this really cool knife the other day. I'll cut it with that. It's like a Steed, something like that. Really fun. It is extremely sharp, very smooth. Yeah, it's a push button lock. You push that button and it falls right down. Really nice. I'll cut about half off. Extremely sharp, like just butter. I don't know if y'all see how easy that shit was. Aim for half. That looks about right. And I'm not even moving. I'm just rotating it, and it just cuts it. Love this knife. My next door neighbor, he owns a knife and camping store in town, and I get a few knives from him. Well, I buy them, but they're really high end selections. It's really nice. Drifting. Thank you. Yeah, I love that knife. I'm shooting almost same, maybe Axiom X 105. I'm considering 2012 0.45 white, knockdowns 0.5 green for longer. Yeah, so I have the 0.5 green. I made, this is one set here. I haven't really tried it out, and I'm actually even trying the constrictor knot. This is on the this is Squatch's kangaroo pouch here. I've made a few band sets of the green. I just haven't tried it out fully. So I might not chance it. I'd probably go with the 0.5 white for long distance, and then the 4.5 for short, for knockdowns. Let me band this thing up. Get out here, start shooting. When you band these, I'm just curious too. I find where I try to get it, the top of my band to the very tip of my slingshot, even if it's a wider fork. I still try to band try to put my band flush with the very top of the fork, the very tip of it. Don't know why. I feel like I'm more accurate that way. And I do the bifold. I didn't cut my bands evenly, motherfucker. Thought it was pretty accurate, but I guess not. Should have just laid them on top of each other like that. And then I'll cut it. Boom. Yeah, more on point. I agree, because anything that that is a little bit wider, I tend to, when the band is stretched over, I tend to aim right where the band lays on the fork. I don't really aim right at the tip. I aim pretty much, I almost put this one backwards. Pretty much aim at the very top of the band. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little anal when putting my bands on. I know some people don't care. Like I saw Moan, he'll grab a frame that's banded up a completely different way and he'll still kill with it. It's crazy. It'd be someone like it'd be Lori's band set up and he grabs Lori's frame and starts shooting it and be dead ass accurate with it with the. You know how short Lori is versus how tall Moan is. Alrighty. We'll go do some shooting. Is my phone charged pretty good? That's good enough. I've been loving my indoor setup. It's just so easy to put together. The reason why I made it that way, so I can usually just roll it out. It's actually underneath it's just a little closet that my basement steps right underneath that. There we go. Be right back. 1 second. Can't have a birthday without some bourbon. Sorry. I always inspect my bands, even though these are brand new. I feel like these are gonna fly, baby, fly. Yeah, thank you, man. I gotta tighten my pants up. How young am I? I'm 18. 18. I wish. I just turned 37. 37. Thanks, man. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Josh. Still young. Yeah, I don't know. I sometimes I don't feel like it. I think sports put a beating on me when I was young. It's different now, where back then you didn't care about you worked through pain, and now it's like your shoulder hurts and you don't even feel like getting out of the couch. Man, a new band is so nice. Like band, new pouch. Hmm. Weights, yeah. I was big into. I lift weights too. I can show you the gym if y'all interested. I got the gym behind in those doors there. I'm pretty proud of my gym. I've been collecting for a good while just because it's just so damn expensive to work out at a normal gym. But I was big into lifting heavy. I still get in that mindset every now and then. I feel you. Missed the 40. Yeah, everyone, when COVID hit, everyone was like bitching and complaining because, the gym's locked down. And I already had my gym set up. Before I even redid this whole basement, I was pretty much working out down here in the dungeon. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of equipment in there. It's kind of packed, but it makes do. I got a power rack, um, a few Olympic bars. I got 300 pounds of like normal iron weights, 300 pounds of bumper weights. I got my wife ended up getting a sauna, like one of those pop-up saunas. She's loving that right now. Um, and then I have a rower, a bike, and a treadmill in there, and then an arm wrestling table. Yeah, I made my own deadlifting platform. It's pretty cool. I did like a Spartan um, theme. Made out some plywood and horse stall mats. Damn, I flinched on that one. That was way high. Yeah, my wife's been using the gym more than I have. Because East Coast is so soon. I had some. I ended up going to carpal not carpal tunnel chiropractor last week. I was having some shoulder issues. Yeah, I like deadlifting. Deadlifting's fun. I've kind of stopped too, but I do a lot of like the main compound lifts. I do a lot of deadlifts. Squats I'm getting back into just because I had a torn ACL and meniscus, so I was always afraid to squat heavy. And then for a good while there, I had some hip problems. But so I don't really go heavy anymore with squats. And then bench press, military press. I've been more into like mobility work here lately. Tearing a bicep, that could have been that shit. Whew. Smack the 40. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, maintain. Um, Push up guy. Push up is where it's at, man. Uh, I don't know if you ever heard of Mind Pump. It's a pretty popular podcast. I listen to it pretty much on the drive to work, and I ended up just purchasing one of their bundles. It was like 50% off. I think I paid like $50 for it, and it was Maps 15, and it's a 15-minute workout. And if you do pretty much two lifts every day for 15 minutes, and one of the guys on there, they're professional trainers. One of the guys on there, he was like, he stopped working out for like 3 or 4 months, and then he said all he did was just maintain his protein intake, and then did Maps 15 where he just worked out for like 15 minutes, and he got all of his muscles back and felt he actually hit a PR. Yeah, I like bench press. Uh, but I've kind of stopped doing heavy. The most I've done bench press was 315. I can probably do right now. I'm right around 285. I don't really max out just because I lift weights by myself and don't want to hurt myself. Push up guy. Missed the 40. Damn, I don't know what happened there. That was a hell of a flyer. Yeah, it's hard not to. I can tell you that. Sometimes I get in those moods where you just want to just put all your aggression out and lift fucking heavy, but you gotta go to bed and wake up in the morning and work it. So you feel like shit. Man, that little mini leather spinner, man, those are so fun. Yeah, no, the joints. Dude, it literally if I'm like squatting or doing deadlifts, my warm up, like I'm sitting there doing fucking hip mobility work for like 15 minutes, and then my workout is coins in here. Shit, I didn't know coin was in here. We lying for benching. Yeah. I can rep some out if you want. I got short arms. Uh yeah, my warm ups are usually longer than my damn workouts. Yeah, I've been going live. Uh my first live was this past Friday. It was a marathon. I did like 4 hours, stayed on shooting the shit, doing a little bit of drinking. And then my last live, when was that? I think that was Saturday or Sunday. It was I think it was Saturday. I can't remember. Yeah, I felt like live has been kind of quiet lately. I was literally thinking about where the hell you've been. It does fly. I'm gonna go set up those knockdowns real fast. Yeah. feel like I have to make up for it. I'll probably go live like every other day or something. Like again, all I do is just come to my basement, knock out some leather stuff, draw and shoot. While drinking bourbon. That's gonna be my travel system. Adam's gonna be there. Awesome. You have to have a live with Adam. That'd be cool. Both of y'all rocking the robe. Y'all should get custom robes and put Adam's on your robe coin, and then Adam should have a robe with coin's name on the back. That would be sweet. And on Adams, it would be coin worker on the top, like a jersey, and then on down like a tramp stamp, it should have pinky hole with the arrow pointing down. Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious. Uh, Damn, that was a little high on the 40. You might have time. Go to like a custom t-shirt place and see if you can get it done. That'd be hilarious. The damn place. I don't know what's going on, but it feels weird on my. Shooting high. Alright, I guess I ain't hitting 40s today. Ain't hitting shit today. Oh, that'd be funny. Even if he doesn't do a tramp stamp, if he just puts it on his ass cheek, that'd be funny enough. Like when Steve-O put his name on his ass, just put. He could either put coin worker's pinky hole or just pinky hole. There we go. I can make him a belt. Make a belt with a pinky hole on the back of it. Out of foreskin leather. Oh yeah, it was nice, nice little bar joke. Place a bet. I bet you I bet you I got your name on my ass. I'll go for that red mini can spinner. Ha ha ha. Drifting. Were you planning on going live, Coin? Because I can bounce if you were. Skimmed it. Skimmed it. You missed everything, man. Damn, y'all missed everything. So Adam's gonna be at Coin's place. They're both gonna be rocking a robe. Coin's gonna have a robe with Adam's name on it. Adam will have a robe with Coin's name on it, and then as a tramp stamp on the robe for Adam, it'll have Pinky Hole with arrow pointing down. Pretty much that's all we talked about. So y'all missed everything. Jeremy, how's it going? Sums it up. Yep. It's all gay shit. That's all it is. Yeah, sometimes I don't like the fiber optic sight. I feel like it gets in my sight picture too much, especially when like a 40, it'll cover up that whole target, and you don't really know if you're swaying too much just because it pretty much covers up the whole target. I don't really like it too much. Yeah, we're all just talking pinky hole. Yeah, Hawk, I saw that. Adam found him a little girlfriend, bringing her to the East Coast. She's gonna be in the house with me, Weston, obviously Adam, but Paul. Paul's gonna be a fun one, and Leon. A little low. A little high. Damn, I am not hitting it. Shooting high. Bring it lower and it shoots even higher. And that's something. There we go. Smack the 40 that time. Damn, the 40's on its side again. I'm not even going to try for it right now. I can't even hit it flat. I hit that little can spinner though. Going back to shooting high. I think I do like a little bit worn out pouch. This one's a brand new pouch, so I feel like I'm speed bumping a little bit with this one. Did the chat freeze up? Or y'all just ain't talking now? Boring the shit out of y'all. Smacking, smacking, just a smacking. Yeah, I got out of work, went to the ABC store, picked me up some Bullet Bourbon, picked up some Monkey Shoulder and some Kraken. That was the majority of my birthday gift to myself. There we go. About to go pick those knockdowns up, set them back up. Skinned it. Smacked it. Yeah, those little leather spinners, or can targets, are really fun. And they sound just as good. Flinched on that one. Ooh. Band twist. There we go. There we go. Josh, you still on here? I remember I was telling you about the jerker. Was wondering if you wanted to see it. You know how you were saying that like holding the ammo cramps your hand up. I made something for my hands. And it's deemed the jerker thanks to Andy Lowe. I don't know if I'm froze up or what. Looks like chat's is froze. it's something going on. Saw him, shot him. Did he go live? Is that what I saw? Oh, skimmed it and twisted it. Damn, a little high. Damn. Shoot the 40, but can't hit the 50. Finally. Fuck. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end it. I think something's going on with the chat. Unless no one's truly saying anything, not saying anything. Forty smack. Forty smack. High on that top 40. 25. Hit the 40. Skim the 12. Going for that squirrel ball. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. It's getting close. $40 spinner. $40. Yeah, I got a handful. I got 4 more shots. I'm gonna call it. Yeah. Smacking that 25. It's weird. I can hit that 25, but I can't hit the 40. Yeah, smacking the 25 again. Got 11 people in here. Can someone leave a comment just to see if my chat is working? Because I don't think it's working. Yeah, I'm gonna do these knockdowns and I'll be done. Call it quits. If I can do the knockdowns. Fuck. And we're off. Shooting high. Skim the bar and skim the 40. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Had a lot of fun. I'll probably be on in a couple more days. I'm gonna get some more leather stuff done tomorrow, and then what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday, so then Thursday I might be on. I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for joining.